Thank you very much. Everybody in the country is talking about the big game, and look at our two guys. We have Eitan is back, and we have a new guy. What's your name?
My name is Adrian Fedkew.
Really?
Yes.
And you work for Sean Brace's website?
Yes, I do. PhillyInfluencer.com.
Okay. What happened? Let's start with you.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, it was an epic comeback by Tom Brady and the New England Patriots coming back from 28-3 in a Super Bowl, greatest quarterback of all time. How did they get it done, Eitan?
It's just the Falcons decided to throw the football, even though they were up, and Tom Brady has this knack for making people that we've never heard of a year or two ago look like they're Hall of Famers. Well, and it drives you nuts because here, you know what he could do to these receivers.
I know. Yeah. Edelman was an amazing catch.
Chris Hogan is playing lacrosse a couple of years ago, and now he's an NFL star.
Yeah. We talked to his coach. Yeah, he was playing for most of his college career.
And then played his senior year at Monmouth College.
This is crazy. They pull people out of the trash heap. They pull people out of the scrap heap. It doesn't matter. Any heap, he'll go and grab somebody.
Is that the coach? He finds a way to break down.
A system as well. James White had 14 catches for 110 yards last night. This guy was a backup running back at Wisconsin. You're talking about Malcolm Mitchell, 6 receptions for 70 yards.
Yeah.
These guys are nobodies. And doing this on the big stage in the biggest game of it all.
Well, can we talk about the Falcons a little bit? Because
Sure.
some people are saying that they kind of mentally choked when it comes to the play calling. Because remember, in the fourth quarter, they could have made it to where they could get to field goal range.
Yeah. Right.
And they could have made that happen. But instead, they went back a little bit and they tried to go for it all. Was that a smart decision looking back on it?
No, not at all. And Kyle Shanahan is the offensive coordinator. He's the guy that's calling the plays here. And that was a major issue for this team because they moved away from their comfort zone. This is what happens when you're not experienced in these tight games, and that's why the Patriots have been able to pull comebacks and wins out like this. You tighten up, and Kyle Shanahan and the Falcons, they tightened up. And some people say they choked, but the reality is you start with it just being too tight, and they move away from their comfort zone.
Yeah, in order for an epic comeback like this to happen, not only do the Patriots have to be perfect and play on point, be efficient offensively, you also have to get some luck from the other side. And they had this phenomenal catch from Julio Jones.
Is this the turning point?
Well, this was a turnover, the possession before the Julio Jones catch, where they were in field goal range and they went backwards because of a key holding penalty on third down.
That's when you're on your couch and or you're at your party and you're watching this game, and at that moment you think, now it's time.
Yeah.
Now it's Brady time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a matter of seconds before they get the ball.
Yeah. And for him to get 2 two-point conversions as well, extraordinary. Unbelievable.
It was all about the theater.
Eitan, I thought of you
See?
when they won, because I know you said that you wanted the Patriots to win. Why? Not because, oh, they're great or because Tom Brady's great. Why did you want them to win?
I wanted to see the look on Roger Goodell's face as he hands the trophy over to Robert Kraft. The look on Roger Goodell's face as he shakes hands with Tom Brady down on the field. The theater that was just sticking it to the commissioner. And you heard in force all the boos
Well, here's
down
the
there.
moment here.
Oh, yeah.
This was a fantastic. This was television right here.
Yes.
We captured it here on Fox 29. This
What do you
was
think
amazing.
he said? What do you think he said to him?
Deflate this.
No. He's like, hey. He said, hey. He's like, oh.
Goodell says, I'd like to
thank you.
apologize, and Tom says, talk to my agent.
There you go.
But the biggest one you said was Robert Kraft, though.
Well, it was the handshake, and we did that an hour ago. It was Roger Goodell extending the olive branch of peace, and Robert Kraft saying, I don't want any part of it. You stuck it to me, and now I'm going to stick it to you.
But you know that Roger Goodell was feeling good when it was 28-3. I'm not going to have to do this, and then he had to do it.
He thought he'd never have to step foot in New England again.
All right. Rank them. Is this the best Super Bowl ever?
Whew. I'll tell you, well, there's never been an overtime. There's never been a comeback like this. 25 points. The day after, you always want to say yes. You do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, sure. It's the greatest of all time.
New York Giants with the helmet
The David
catch.
Tyree catch. There's been a lot of great Super
Norwood's
Bowls
missed
recently.
kick as well.
Yeah, Super Bowl 23.
You can look at 2 years
Bengals and
ago.
49ers, John Taylor catch.
I would say yes, based on the magnitude, the stage that was set here with the comeback. You also have Brady. If there was ever an argument beforehand, it's over. He's the best quarterback of all time. Bill Belichick is the best head coach, not only in the NFL, but arguably of any sport of all time.
Yeah, it looks like he's lost some weight, too.
Tom or Bill?
Belichick.
Well, that's a lot of stress on your body coaching
sure,
every year.
yeah.
But how about his ability to compartmentalize? He's a robot all year, and then they win, and he
Yeah.
just shows all this emotion and elation. I don't know how you can compartmentalize everything like that all year.
All right, give me this.
Okay.
Will the Eagles be in a Super Bowl in the next 5 years?
Don't do this.
Ooh.
Don't do
See,
this.
if you would have said 3, I would have said no. 5 years is interesting because it's going to be down to Howie Roseman building around Carson Wentz. And
Yeah.
you look at this Atlanta Falcons team, what did they do the last couple years? They built through the draft.
stunk.
They built a defense through the draft, and that is what the Eagles need to do. That is what Howie Roseman needs to do to get to a Super Bowl.
Next 5 years, it's tough. You
I
can,
say
you
no.
can look at the Falcons and a game plan, but you can look at the Colts. They've got one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL in Andrew Luck,
True.
and they can't do anything. I'll say no, but I hate to say no, but my gut says
I don't
no.
have that many years left.
You should have
I want
said,
to see this happen.
say 7. You've got 7 years
I got
left.
7 years left on this
You'll be
show, I
crushing
think.
it 7 years from now on this show. Come
Yeah.
on.
Oh, crushing it. Yeah.
That's what the kids say.
Thank you,
Right,
guys.
Alex?
We appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
7 years. All right.
7:55. SEPTA is off the rails again. More cracks are found in cars. We're going to give you updates on when this is going to be fixed.